Welcome back to another episode of the Holocore. Today's file, Ancient Weapons of Primal Blessing. Known by many names throughout Tauren history, Talon Claw has passed from hand to hand, each wielder contributing to the legendary weapon's tale. The origins of this famous spear happened prior to the War of the Ancients, when the Tauren chieftain Morin Highmountain saved the life of the wild god Onara. The eagle wild god would imbue Morin's spear with a portion of her essence. His people would refer to the weapon as the Eagle Spear. Morin's granddaughter, Iruna, would later wield the Eagle Spear and aid the wild god Ursoc in a battle against minions of the old gods. Ursoc was impressed with Iruna's heroism and imbued the spear with his own power, granting her both his blessing and his wisdom. The most famous account of the Eagle Spear happens during the War of the Ancients in the hands of Huln Highmountain. Huln wielded the Eagle Spear against countless demons in defense of Kalimdor, and used it to combat the Lord of the Nathrazim, Tichondrius. Huln and the Spear fought alongside many famous legends of history, including the Night Elf commander Gerard Shadowsong, the druid Malfurion Stormrage, and even Cenarius the demigod. Following the War of the Ancients, Huln settled his people in a new land called Highmountain, which they named in honor of their Tauren chieftain. Huln would pass the Blessed Spear on to his successor, where it would continue to serve as a weapon of legend among Tauren kind, eventually earning itself the name Talon Claw. The Fists of the Heavens are known throughout Tol'vir archives as some of the most powerful and terribly dangerous weapons their people have ever seen. Their story starts with a Tol'vir by the name of Irmat, who served as the weaponsmith for the Titan complex of Uldum. Having been created by the Keepers and given the charge of safeguarding Uldum, Irmat used his expert skill in weaponsmithing to ensure his people were properly armed. Irmat saw his hands as the extension of the Keepers and the Titans, and all weapons he created were used to restore order to the newly forged world. Irmat boldly experimented with his creations, binding elemental spirits to his weapons and blades, thus earning himself a reputation among the Tol'vir of Uldum. Later, Irmat would focus his attention on forging a set of small yet deadly pair of blades, who were shaped and crafted to contain an untamable spirit of chaos. Irmat would name the blades Al-Burk and Al-Ra'ed, and plan to bind the very essence of the elemental lord, Alakir, to their core. While Irmat carefully planned his ritual, Alakir laid out a clever trap. Believing he had succeeded, Irmat picked up the two weapons that he believed contained the powers of the Windlord, and held them aloft. Alakir smiled as a hurricane of chaos erupted from their crackling edge, destroying Irmat, his forge, and much of his surroundings. The blades would prove unwieldable as great storms and hurricanes screamed across the land each time they were used, forcing the Tol'vir to bury the twin blades away. In recent times, with Alakir truly defeated, the fury within these blades is calmed, though its awesome power still remains. Now in the hands of a Skywall lord by the name of Typhinius, this powerful djinn controls the primal powers of the Fist of the Heavens, waiting to unleash their howling chaos upon the Uldum complex below.